Bladen Online. My name is Erin Smith and I'm the editor here at Bladen Online, and we're talking today with Mr. David Chestnut of Carolina Crossroads. Hi David.
Hey Miss Erin, how you doing?
I'm good. Well David, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm the director here at Southeastern Carolina Crossroads, and I struggled with drug addiction for a lot of years and found help in and through Jesus Christ. It's really bad out there today with drug addiction, all the opiate addiction. I'm sure you've heard about a lot of folks that have passed away from heroin addiction, and overdoses are on the rise. I saw a stat where it said that it has gone up from 2010 to 2014. Drug overdoses in North Carolina have gone up 584%.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, David, tell me a little bit, how much have y'all seen here at Crossroads, since Crossroads has opened? How have you seen the opioid epidemic here in Bladen County?
Okay, definitely on the rise. Here's some stats for Carolina Crossroads. In 2015, we had 90 guys come through our program. In 2016, 163 guys, and so far this year, 25. That's a total of 278 so far. And 186 of those 278, that's a 66.7% of the guys that come through this program are hooked on opiates.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, David, tell me a little bit about Crossroads. What, for people that are not familiar with Southeastern Carolina Crossroads, tell me a little bit about your program.
Alrighty, Southeastern Carolina Crossroads is a 6-week, 42-day program. And we're here to help those that truly want to change. We teach that there's victory through Christ, and this is done through the truths of the Bible. Our program kind of daily schedule, the guys get up at 6:30 here. We have breakfast at 7. We have quiet time from 7:45 to 8:05. And then we do a class every day, a Bible teaching from 8:30 until 9:30. And then we do our work day, which guys work in the wood shop, do Adirondack chairs, bird houses. We do some lawn service and things like that, teaching the guys some work ethic. And then we also have lunch at 12, afternoon small groups, pastoral counseling one-on-one to help these men overcome their bondage, that stronghold to addiction. You know, Carolina Crossroad, we believe instead of sickness and disease, that is sin. That is a life-dominating sin called addiction. I remember years ago when I was working at Open Door Ministry, a young man said that he came to the program under the influence of sin. You know, he really understood exactly what I was going through. But I hope that's just a little enough to help you there.
Okay, and David, tell me a little bit about your personal battle with drug addiction.
Well, I struggled for a lot of years. You know, of course, unlike some of these young men here today that jump right into opiates and to heroin, I started just drinking a little bit with my friends. You know, I went to Harold's Christian Academy, a Christian school, and you wouldn't think there's drinking and drugging there. And hopefully there's none there now, but there was a little when I went to school there in '82. But it started drinking, and it started, you know, just smoking marijuana, which led to powder cocaine, which led to smoking crack, which led to meth, and then it's just a vicious cycle after that. I tell the guys all the time here at Crossroad, you know, the devil will come to you once you leave and say, you know what? Hey, David, you can just drink a beer. No, I can't. I tried that many, many times to just drink a beer, which would always lead to smoking marijuana, which would lead to smoking crack every single time. So 100% abstinence is what it takes to stay clean and be happy. You know, John 10:10 says, the thief comes but to steal and to kill and destroy. But Jesus said, I come to give life with meaning and purpose, life more abundantly. And that's what we teach here. We're breaking the chains of addiction every day here at Carolina Crossroads.
And David, I know we were talking about opiates earlier, because we know that seems to be a big problem right now in Bladen County. Is opiate addiction different from, say, crystal meth or marijuana?
Okay, I think one of the hardest struggles that men have that come through Carolina Crossroad, the difference between a guy on meth or cocaine versus opiate or heroin, is the sickness that you go through. Someone that's doing cocaine or meth, I mean, after a day or two without it in their system, they're starting to feel better, they're starting to eat, they're starting to sleep. A guy on heroin, he is going to be sick like the flu times 10, as sick as you've ever been, feel like you're going to die. No sleep for 7, 8, 9, 10 days. I've seen guys go with absolutely no sleep. They're irritable, they're sick, nauseated, diarrhea, just everything thrown at them. So it's so easy for them to go right back and use again because they know what they've got to go through and the sickness they go through. So they're very, very sick. It's very serious. And it is, I'm telling folks that's listening to this, that it is bad. I've been doing this type of ministry for 12 years, and in the last 2 years, it's a battle for these men's life. And it's terrible. And there's so many young men that are dying. And, you know, we've got to come together as a community, as a state, you know, as the United States, and fight this opiate addiction.
Right. Well, David, it sounds like Crossroads is one program that people can go through to try to change their lives if they want to get off the drugs and get off the opiates. How can a family, if their loved one is fighting addiction, or if an addict himself is watching this and they want to come to Crossroads to try to turn their life around, what do they need to do? What steps do they need to take?
Well, the first step they need to take is let someone know. Tell your wife, your mother, just be honest, you know, as they say, man up and say, look, I'm struggling here. I know I had to do that with my parents. They didn't really know. A lot of times families don't know. We may be getting by with it, pulling it off. But deep within us, we know that this landmine lays hidden, and we have to tell them. And then what you need to do is call us on our line here. That's 910-549-8487. That's 910-549-8487. Or you can call me personally on my cell phone. I'll be glad to talk to moms, grandmas, aunts, wives. And my cell number is 910-549-8130. That's 549-8130. You can reach me either way. Also, our website is secarolinacrossroads.com. That's secarolinacrossroads.com. And you can go to our website. We have a new redesigned website, a lot more information on there. There's also a printable application. But all you have to do is call. We have a simple little application that we do, and then we can get the ball rolling. We also are here for families. A lot of people don't know that, but a lot of times there will be someone struggling with drug addiction, and they may not be ready. Your son may not be ready to even admit he has a problem, but you're struggling. You're seeing stuff missing, money missing. Call us. We'd love to talk to you. We have a program called Setting Boundaries, and some good literature and a book you can read that'll help you start to understand and can kind of speed up the process to help your loved one. And this is called Tough Love.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, David, I appreciate your taking the time to sit down and talk with us and to share your story. And we hope that this information will help somebody out there, whether they are struggling themselves personally or whether it's a family member or a friend that's struggling. You know, please reach out. And we thank you, and you can learn more about this, and you can read other stories about others' battles with addiction at www.BladenOnline.com.